Hey, okay, so folks, we have Arwen McDaniel back today. She has had a book published. I'm super excited to hear about it, something different and outside the box. So, Arwen, please tell us about this book that you've had published for us yoga teachers.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everybody. I have this beautiful bad boy. And I can't see myself for some reason, so I hope you can see it on the screen.
I can see it. It's beautiful. It's got pink, one of my favorite colors, and blue, smoky.
Yeah.
Or is that a leaf?
It's a leaf. It's pink and green.
I see it now.
Which are two of my favorite colors. And of course, most of us know those are the two colors of the heart chakra. So, yes. So Holistic Meditations, and it is published on Amazon. And it was a pretty easy process to do once I had the book in format and everything, which was great. So you can literally just type my full name, Arwen McDaniel, into their search bar, or you can select books and then just type my first name. It'll be one of the first ones that pops up. So
that's awesome. So are these meditations that you wrote?
Yes, they are. It's Holistic Meditations, Scripts for Healing, Energy, and Yogic Sleep. And there are very specific table of contents for healing for self, Reiki energy, chakra, nidra, and then there's some basic reference tools, and then the list of the yamas and niyamas, and then just note and kind of a reverence to some people that I love. So it can be used as yoga teacher guides, but it could also be used by somebody who's new and who just wants to start delving into meditations and then kind of get the background a little bit with oils and candles, some stones, and that kind of thing.
Wow. So you give them the whole setup, how to use those items to make the experience the maximum moment.
Right. They can pick and choose from the back to match what they want to with the meditation so that they can make it their own experience for themselves, or the guide can.
That's amazing. It's easy for new teachers too to find a tool like that. I mean, I remember as a newbie teacher, like, what am I going to do? And what a nice tool to have. So remind everybody of your credentials, because I know you have an interesting background.
Sure. I worked for almost 20 years as a licensed nursing home administrator in the states of Texas and Arkansas. And then I said, I'm sick of budgets. And I went back to school and got a certified occupational therapy assistance license. And I am an academic fieldwork coordinator for the UA Cossatot in Ashdown. And it's the program I actually graduated from. And then I work PRN at one of our hospitals in town with inpatient, day rehab, and so forth. So.
And then you're a registered Yoga Alliance teacher.
Yes, I'm a 200 ERYT, and I'm also an Okidan of Reiki.
So the E means that you've had over 1,000 hours of teaching experience, and you've had over 200 hours of training. And yeah. We all love training. And then, so what does the designation for Reiki mean?
It's a second levels. There's a primary level, a secondary, a tertiary, and then there's master.
That is so interesting. I love energy work type stuff. I love visiting with Reiki practitioners. I am not one. So,
oh goodness.
Yeah. Would this book be beneficial for those people in that field as well?
Absolutely. I actually used one of the meditations with a client the other morning. We did Reiki at sunrise outside because she needed a lot of grounding and so forth. And so I actually read from one of the energy Reiki scripts that's provided.
Wow, that's fascinating. And now in your day-to-day job as the therapist, do you use these as well? Is that?
I have used script meditations before with clients. They do have to be really open to it. And I typically work with seniors. So this is kind of a whole new thing for them. Mm-hmm. But when I've worked with trauma informed, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. So therapists of all sorts may find some benefit from these.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Licensed practical counselors could. Then you have specific counselors who are trauma informed only, and that's how they treat. Veterans. I have one in here for pain. I have one in here for fertility. So many women struggle like I did, and being calm and thinking about love and thinking about your womb and thinking about a future child can all help that process and keep you relaxed and more able to conceive. So
yes, I have a background in infertility, and I have my little miracle baby, and that is very true. Meditation, it was key to this conception of this miracle baby that we have. So that's wonderful that you had that out there. Yeah. So this could be great for doctors' offices, chiropractic offices, mental health therapist offices.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And what a nice thing to have in the lobby to read while you're waiting to get taken back.
I would love for that to happen. Bye.
Yeah.
No, I would love for that to happen. It would be a true honor for that to happen. So yeah, there's pain, there's fertility, there's a hammock for peace, coping skills, one kind of. And then one that was near and dear to my heart is permission to grieve before death. It's okay to start the grieving process if somebody is terminally ill, and society doesn't like talking about it, and people don't want to express it, and you'll move on and so that's another big one in here for me, is permission to grieve before death.
Fascinating. So, yeah.
And then in the energy Reiki section is building energy through grounding, which a lot of people don't think about, but we really need to be grounded. Yeah. So, and then magical energy, which is a really interesting, fun one. I love doing that one. And then I have the hands of the yamas and niyamas, which focuses on non-possessiveness and surrender. So in that meditation, you give peace, strength, love, hope. You give whatever you have to give. In your other hand, you receive what the world is sending to you. So
that sounds lovely.
Then I have energetic doorway for rejuvenation and revitalization. It's a cool one too. They're all cool to me, but
I love it. I'm huge into meditation, so this is my jam.
Yay! Chakra has guided imagery for balance of the 7 wheels, and then writing your cloud for freedom and balance. And then I have one called Steel Magnolias, mental pipe cleaning. And yes, I do quote Truvy Jones, Dolly Parton in it. So you'll have to get the book to find out which quote I use.
That's awesome.
That was my mom's idea. She said, you need to infuse a little Southern in it. And I said, okay. And that just popped in my head one day. And I was like, oh, I have to do it.
That's beautiful. So Arwen, I'm just curious, and the listeners maybe as well, how many years did it take you to compile these, and about how many are in there?
So I wrote on and off for 5 years. I started it actually when I began my 200-hour training. I was the only one in the room who'd been teaching consistently and had led meditations and done nidra before. So they all voted for me to go first because they wanted to kind of see how it was done. And it's actually the first meditation in the book, and it's called Lotus Meditation for the Spirit. And has a beautiful quote in it from Goldie Hawn. My only tattoo is of a white lotus from this meditation that I wrote. And we all went and got lotuses when we graduated training. And so it was really fun. And then when I got pregnant and then had an early arrival of my son and being a mom, I took a couple of years off from writing. And I just didn't have time, and that's okay. And we have to acknowledge that that's going to happen in life, and it's okay to stop and start over. Absolutely. Or start where you left off. So that's what I did. I picked it back up, started where I left off, wrote another, I don't even know how many meditations. I didn't even count. And I said, okay, I'm done for now. I'm going to put this in book format and I'm going to publish it. And I've already started my second book. So, yeah, let's see. How many meditations are there? I've never counted.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17.
Wow. That's a lot. I mean,
Yes.
if you're a teacher and you're teaching once a week, that's a good long group of meditations.
Right. And what I love about it is that I want y'all as teachers and practitioners to change it up how you need. If I use the term orb and you want to say ball, do it. It's not just to be used verbatim. It's there for you to reference, take a section, 2 sentences out of it that inspire you, and write your own meditation around those 2 sentences. However it works for you and your client is how you need to use holistic meditations. I individually can't heal, provide energy, and give everybody on the planet yogic sleep as much as I would love to. So if I can put it into the hands of others to use as a tool and help your clients implement what they need in their lives, we're just going to make the world a happier place, a more peaceful place, a less contentious place. So I do feel like it was the right time to publish it and get it out there. And so there's one that's a non-violence nidra, and the woman who wrote my intro for me, that's her favorite one. And her name's Ruby, and her intro's in there. She is a professor in Arkansas as well, and she's just amazing. She teaches at University of Central Arkansas. So
she teaches creative writing, right?
She does, and she actually is teaching a class that is creative writing for the yogi, which is, yeah, it's very cool. So if you haven't talked with her about that, you might want to speak with her. Very cool class. I'm excited to see how she creates that and builds that, and it's going to be part classroom work plus a yoga class. Yeah.
I love that you guys are getting this out there, these tools for people right now with everything going on, the pandemic. We need as many tools as possible, whatever's going to work with people to make them cultivate a sense of ease in their body.
Yes, and just be at peace in their mind. I really think with the Olympics and Simone Biles, you hear this wonderful support, and then you hear naysayers, and I'm like, it's mental health. If she had broken her arm, you'd completely understand. But this is mental health we're talking about. It's more imperative than a broken arm in so many ways. And so if this can help somebody be the best person that they can be and speak up for themselves, take it and use it and run with it. So
thank you for sharing your love, your light, your words, your creativity with us. It's
you're welcome.
Blessing.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure speaking to you today.
You too, Melissa.
Bye.